Hi, I'm Sheldon McDonald. I'm doing another video today on a Y adapter. I had created one before, so I've had this for a while. It's six pin DIN in, and then it outputs to a color computer 1 or 2. You can use this on a 3. It's kind of pointless. So what that does is it takes the fire button A from one port and the fire button B on your one controller from the second port. This would be good for having a 2-button controller. Okay, that way you could play. Sometimes you find a game that you don't know which port it's going to be in. You don't have to keep switching out your controller to the other port. This one duplicates the analog stick. The only thing it does not duplicate is the voltage. It only pulls voltage from one of them. And this one does not duplicate the fire button. It actually pulls one of the fire buttons from each side. Okay, so this would work on a 2-button controller. Now, I wanted to be able to do the same thing on a 1-button controller, to be able to take advantage of both player ports with one button. So what I've come up with is basically the same thing. Okay, except this one is actually going to have a little toggle switch. Okay, so I have one that I kind of roughed in tonight that I put together. So again, it's got the 6 in, the 5 out on both. However, this one's got the toggle switch, so you can flip it back and forth. And what the toggle switch is actually toggling is where you're pulling that second fire button from. Whether it's going to be duplicated from one channel or if it's going to be pulling one from each side. And the reason again why I did that was so I can write new software to take advantage of having a second button on the old computer, on the old color computer. We could just use this. Now, if we have a old controller like this, I still wanted to be able to use this with this adapter and not have to change ports. That's what this switch is going to do. It's going to make it so I can duplicate the fire button over both ports. Okay, so we're going to plug. I'm going to show the old one first and kind of explain that real quick. So we're going to use Downland for both of these. Okay, so plug that in. Plug it into both sides. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to have to use my 2-button controller that I made for this example. Okay, so we got the 2 buttons there. Let's plug that in. Okay, so now with that in there, you can see that I can move this. I'm going to put it on 2-player mode so I can show you that I'm controlling both player ports with this single controller. The only thing that's going to change is what button I'm using. Okay? Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to die. And it looks like it's using the right button right now. Okay? Okay, so now it says player 2. Now I'm going to press the other button and I still have control of this character. Okay? Except I have to use the other button now. Okay? Okay, so that's where that's going to work good. Now I'm going to show off putting the old controller into that same old one that doesn't have the switch. Okay, so this is the example here. I'm pressing the button and nothing's happening. Okay, and it's because it's pulling the fire button from the wrong port. And that's why I came up with the switch, the toggle switch. So now I'm going to unplug this. We're going to plug in this one. Okay? We'll plug that in. Okay, using this controller now. Okay. Again, look at that. So now I'm able to play both ports with the single controller. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick that switch. Okay. Now it's going to work for the one port, but now it's not going to work for this one because I did the switch. Okay, and that was to enable a new games to use 2 buttons. Okay, that's what that toggle switch is going to be for. Other than that, you can put it into the other mode where you're controlling both ports with the same controller. Okay. I should have more of these made by the weekend if anyone is interested in them. I will make a post about them when they're ready. What I'll do is I'll make it a little cleaner than this one because this one's the test model. I'm not going to sell the test model. I've kind of melted plastic to hold the switch in. If I continue to do that in the design, I'm going to make it so it's at least the same color. That seems to be the easiest way to put it in because there isn't really any room to put screws in there. It's already a really tight fit getting all the wiring done in there. Okay, yeah, well, thanks for watching.